Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Arthur Miller Stadium here on this not a typically British overcast Saturday afternoon, 21st of July 2018. National Conference League Division 2, Stanningley versus Hull Dockers. The teams, I'll read out the teams first before I go elsewhere. Stanningley line up at number 1, Jack Smith, 2, Liam Copland, 3, Carl McGuigan, 4, Dean Parker, 5, Ben Selby, 6 sees the return of Stanley talisman, Niall Murphy, number 7, Josh Jones, number 8, Harris Stockdale, number 9, Luke Teasdale, 10, Ash Yarrow, 11, Jack Sykes, 12, Jack Vincent, 13, Adam Ben. On the bench, 14, Luke Townend, 15, Jermaine Ruan, 16 is a big Welshman, Dave Phillips, and number 20 is a big Geordie, Steve Welton. Coaching staff, Jordan Lilly, Ashton Golding. The Hull Dockers will line up at 1, Gary King, 2, Mike McGowan, 3, Robbie Smith, 4, John Ledger, 5, Craig Pickering, 6, Dylan Rawlins, 7, George Russell. Wearing 16 is Chris Lith, 9, Dan Sudderby, number 20 is John Eccles, 11, Dave Palmer, 12 is Lewis Hill, 13, Chris Hotham, and on the bench is 14, Travis Smith, 15, Ben Smith with a Y, and number 16, Alistair McLeod. Coaching Hull Dockers is head coach Chris Kay, joined today by the illustrious Paul Smith.
Good afternoon, ladies and gents.
And also Jack Smith.
Good afternoon.
And also Foreign Smith.
Good afternoon.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So be on best behaviour today. Drunk Mick is also with us, pointing the camera in vaguely the right direction.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Oh, we've got a new sound system here
as we join in a minute's applause.
Arthur Miller as well, so it's a bit loud behind us.
It's 33, the Birkinshaw Rugby League.
We will be seeing a minute's applause for the unfortunate and tragic death of Maxwell over at Birkinshaw last week, so there will be a minute's applause. Impeccably done there. Now, back to the teams. Stanningley, both teams having mixed fortunes recently. With the Dockers losing last week to Crossfields 40-32, which is not a bad score considering the form Crossfields are in currently. And Stanley with a good win over at East Leeds, 30 points to 16 win over there. Good performance. East Leeds on receiving a sending off late on, I think, and Stanley capitalised on that. Dockers week before, good win over at Saddleworth, 28-22. Stanley lost the week before against Crossfields, who were in that good vein of form, 36-22 here at the Arthur Miller, which you will have seen, no doubt. Last time these two teams met earlier on the season, Stanley run away 42-16 winners, which hopefully we can replicate today. Fingers crossed. Taking that away. We're going to...
you turn the thing off, put it on spot.
Yeah. Apologies, ladies and gents. Cameraman's gone to the bar. Good start in it. Adam Ben taking the ball in strong. Early doors. Don't know where my team sheet's gone. Jack, have you got my little team sheet there, mate?
Sorry.
Cheers, pal. Right, here we go. Teesdale acting half. Teddy finds Stockdale. Strong runner. No arguments there from Stockdale. Gets the ball. You try and tackle me. Now Murphy. Good set from Stanley early on. Now Murphy putting boot to ball. Bounces in. It's bounced in. Yeah. Everybody seems to think it went out on the full. It bounced in. It bounced in. Bounced in on replay. Bounced in just. No, it bounced. Bounced.
It bounced.
Didn't go straight out on full. No. So she did. Lino called it. Flag up. So yeah, fair play to her. Obviously got better eyes than us. Paul, try keep camera standing upright, mate.
It doesn't help how that Spaz sets it up.
Gloit. I set it up, you give.
That's what I said.
You give as well. Anyway, back to the game. I don't like this kit Hull Dockers have got. I like the green and white, but the numbers are white. I can't see numbers.
Watch it now as well.
I've even had my eyes tested this morning, and they're good. Oh, good run there from the big number 20, John Eccles, making some great yards up the middle of the field. Testing out the Stanley defence. It looks like he's lost it, but he hasn't. Lewis Hill having a little dig down this near side. Niall Murphy finally bringing him to ground. Dean Parker in there also, as well as captain Jack Vincent. Oh, cheeky little kick there from the hooker, Dan Sudderby. What are you doing there?
It's wobbling everywhere. It's not.
Alright, try that. Is that any better?
That keeps just bouncing.
We'll just hold out. Just hang on to it.
Where is pissed up divot?
He's gone to the bar for me. Scrum down, Stanley, head and ball. Now Murphy to feed the scrum. Jones is out there wanting it. Carl McGuigan also out in the centre today, normally a back rower. Unsung hero, if you ask me, is young McGuigan. Gets through a lot of work generally. Doesn't set the world on light, and you won't see him streaking through doing 50-60 metres. But the work he gets through is should be appreciated by the rest of the lads. Stockdale on a short ball. What?
Oh no, it's right.
I'm chunting on it. Dean Parker having a dig down this near side. Strong centre, this Dean Parker. He had a very good season this year, yes. Oh, penalty to Stanley. Unfortunate there, the number 4, John Ledger, couldn't get out of the ruck quick enough. Gets caught up and in the way. Nice quick play of the ball. Did that? I wasn't over at their place. Paul says Docker's discipline leaves somewhat to be desired over at their place. Whinging. Ash Yarrow on the charge. Big number 10. He's got some pace on him. Scored a 60-yarder other week. So his mum tells me. Now Murphy, short ball, finds Adam Bent.
Very short ball.
Short ball to a very short man. Snow White's pal. Teddy in acting half, finds Jones. He's looking for runners out wide. Has a little dig on his own. He'll think about that again next time he does it. Not sure who the two Hull Dockers players, but they smartened him up. Sharpish. Murphy out the back. Finds Jack Smith. Jack Smith dances his way through. Does he get the ball down? Yes, he does. Dots it down. Great little try. Nice ball from Niall Murphy. Finds Jack Smith. Great footwork from the youngster.
Stanley, number 1, Jack Smith.
Great footwork from Smith. Dots it down. No idea.
Get a 6, Florence.
No.
6.
That's a 9.
Oh, you give him a 9.
Cheers.
Give it to Snickelbury.
A bit presumptuous, isn't it?
Right.
Stuart,
Don't get too.
former club captain, Stuart McGill, hands me a 6 for the scoreboard. A bit presumptuous, so we'll just leave it where it is.
Enough for a week. Why do you go see Grandad? You were waving to me asking for you. See him?
Jack Smith, incidentally, sponsored by Stanley Television Digital. Let's thank some of our sponsors in this little break of play. Active Workwear. Also, massive thanks go out to the our local watering hole, Crown and Anchor, sponsoring all our match ball sponsor for the season. Alan Howard down there, great boozer. Live band on last night. Good turn, I've heard. Successful conversion there from Liam Copland. Sicarios, they were called.
Successful conversion there by number 2, Liam Copland, sponsored by Fines Arler and Zeus. It takes the score to Stanningley 6, Hull Dockers 0.
Dockers gets us underway. Oh, bounces off the chest of Dean Parker. Referee's deemed it's gone backwards. I'm not sure how he's worked that out. Obviously, Dockers players there explaining their disgust of that decision, and the referee's not having it.
Great decision, referee.
Stanley contingent enjoying that ref decision. Penalty. What? Yeah. Murphy finds Jones out the back, who darts into the line. Brings up the 40-metre line for Stanley on the first tackle. Teasdale finds Ben. Ben darts his way through the line, makes a good 10-11 metres for Stanley. Stanley on the attack. Teasdale gets away from the first marker, finds Ben, finds Stockdale. He tries to get a little offload away, it goes to ground. Referee's deemed it a knock-on. Nice little passage of play from Stanley, just unfortunate. Maybe one pass too much, maybe. Come out pretty fast, though. Might have been a Dockers hand, that, maybe. Anyway. Russell feeds a scrum. Hands it on to Rawlins. He has a dig in at the line. He's brought down by Adam Ben. Stockdale in there as well. Nice little dart away from acting half. Can't quite see who it was. Getting out their own half pretty well. Dockers. Big man Eccles on the charge. Caused a few problems earlier on. Brings up the 5th and last tackle for the Dockers. See what they do with it. Going to run it. Oh, a loose ball there from George Russell. Not sure it was forward, mate, either, to be fair, Stuart. Have a look at it on the Crown Anchor replay in the booth. Nah, I'm not having that. That wasn't a forward pass, referee. Hard done to there, the Dockers. Murphy finds Jack Smith out the back. Puts a little step on. For some reason, Tom Bell's given Glenn Metcalf the Tannoy microphone, so it could happen. Teasdale acting half, finds Murphy. Yarrow's out the back, Stockdale's out the back on the charge. Good leg drive. He's brought down by Eccles. Alistair McLeod in there as well.
Teasdale.
Vincent in at acting half. Finds Murphy. Shows. Finds Jones out the back. He's trying to get his way through the line. Brings the 5th and last tackle. I think they've got numbers on the far side of Stanningley. And they've gone that way. Teasdale has a little dig. Shows as it tries to barge his way over. He's held up short. Fifth and last turnover. Not a bad position to turn the ball over. What do you reckon? Yeah. Thanks for your comments, lads.
Yeah, well, I think he's still worth getting a little dab in goal, but
I'd have thought they'd gone for a drop goal.
Shut up, you knob. High shot there from Murphy. It goes missed by the referee.
why is that missed? Because it case it stays 6-0.
Yeah, go for a drop goal. Beat him 7-0. Just defend for 80 minutes.
Remember that when Alton Sims Cross played Wigan at Challenge Cup and they went for a drop goal in just 5 minutes?
I do. I remember when we did it against Charleston, we put a drop goal over and got beat 70 points to 1. Eccles. Oh, good fend. Finds Adam Ben's face with his hand.
Yeah, Alton Sims Cross went for a drop goal against Wigan in Challenge Cup.
Good pressure from Jack Vincent. Spiral gem from Russell. Jack Smith takes it comfortably. Not a lot of pressure from the Dockers. Good push through from Copland. A few tired bodies. Stanley making some changes. Steve Walton's come on and the big Welshman Dave Phillips in place of Harris Stockdale. Good stint from the big men. Copland in at half. Slow play the ball. Copland finds Sykes out wide. Good defence from the Dockers, bundling Sykes into touch. Nursing a dead leg, he tells me before the game. Sykes it. Bender. Dead leg. Had 12 of them at school in one day.
What minute would you on, Michael?
Belly? What minute? What's this side?
Eccles. Good drive. He's brought down by the two substitutes, Dave Phillips and Steve Walton. Seem to do well in yardage players as the Dockers. Haven't seen much of him with the ball in hand throwing it about. Eccles involved again, putting his hand up. Fifth and last. Russell in at acting half. Oh, I apologise, Russell's now kicking the ball. Puts a little cheeky kick into the corner again, winding the clock down, building the pressure. Take that, won't we, Paul?
They're struggling these out, they've got 15.
16 they've brought over, so they're obviously struggling for numbers, a whole outfit. Currently in 7th position in the league, 14 points. Stanley sitting pretty at the top currently, 26 points.
4 points clear.
4 points clear. There's a few teams with games in hand over us though, so that
They've got some hard games. Crossfield's going to play like Savaston and Dewsbury and whatever. They're all a good role.
they're all tough out there at the minute. If you don't perform, the other team's going to capitalise. I think the discipline you were talking about earlier, Paul, is creeping in. As Coppy puts a nice 15-20 metre kick out. Nearly takes one of the spectators out. Teasdale finds Phillips. Phillips with a bit of support from Swellett. Reloaded as Welton and ready to go again. Slow play the balls, these. Slow play the balls. Referee's letting them hold on. Good carry from Welton. Looking for an offload. He's a big lad. Well, yeah, he's massive, man. Oh, great little ball from Josh Jones. Finds Jack Smith out the back. Chimes into the line well. Oh, poor ball from Copland. Adam Ben does well. Welton throws an outrageous dummy. Barges his way over the line. Great play from the big man. Taking the scores to 10-0 in Stanley's favour. With 15 minutes gone.
In you having a video replay?
Right scorer there for Stanningley, the big Geordie himself. Number 20, Steve Welton, sponsored by Dust Control Environmental.
Great run, right? Great run from Welly. Sponsored by Dust Control Environmental, incidentally. Great carry, great carry. Outrageous dummy. Show and go. I've obviously been watching Adam Ben. Cracking try. Hull Dockers need to regroup, don't let their heads go down. They're more than capable of going 60 metres in a set. We need to see them with the ball in hand, in good ball, throwing the ball about, and see what they can do. Shout out to our alternate kit sponsors today, BWS Waste Management, massive sponsor, massive firm, sponsored Leeds United also. Many thanks for the sponsorship this season, guys. Also shout out to Croft Street Fisheries as well down there in Farsley. Great fish and chips, great sponsor, great people. So if you're in the Farsley area and you fancy fish and chips, good traditional fish and chips, get yourself down there.
Carsten watching. Yes, Biggie.
Carsten is watching. Is it a darts tournament today? Apparently, says he's going to be watching it on his phone. Said if we win, can we play sitting on the dock of the bay for the Dockers? I'm sure they've never heard it before, Mick. Adam Bent taking the ball in, 3 round him. Good little leg drive. He doesn't have his legs far to move, that's all, does he? Bless him. Teasdale finds Jones inside, finds Sykes. He's looking for Welton on the inside, throws a dummy. He brought down just over the 40-metre line. Welton, oh, he's Lee Crooks now. He's in the Lee Crooks mould, Welton, throwing dummies like a rich man's baby. Jones out the back, puts a little kick in, splits the winger and fullback. Not too troubling, to be honest. Good chase from Stan. Jack Vincent leading the way. Welton in there as well. Vincent picks the ball up, free play. Adam Ben's having a dig. Keep hold of the ball and carry on. Great little play from Stanley. We'll go left if you ask me. Good work, Vincent. Great tackle from Jack Vincent and Welton. Jack Sykes finds Copland in the corner. Stanley go over again. Stretching the lead again.
Stanningley, number 2, Liam Copland, sponsored by Feinsaler and Zeus.
We're on fire, numbers if you want.
16-0. The scores with a kick to come, possibly 18. Right in the corner, it's a tester for Coppy's boot here. Can he convert his own try? Try scorer there, number 2. Liam Copland, sponsored by Feinsaler and Zeus. Find him on Twitter. Incidentally, you can find us on Twitter at @STD_network. Give us a follow. Slide into us DMs with some naughty pics. Also find us on YouTube, Stanley Television Digital.
No penis pictures, please.
Yeah, no dick pics.
Billy, what minute was that?
19. 18.
Ours is a little bit behind him. Yeah. He like assesses them now. Yeah. He's ref some games him. PD remembers him reffing him. Old man PD. No, we're all right.
He just couldn't keep up with
Yeah, he just struggled with his mobility. Yeah.
my leg, didn't he? Have you got a quid on this, lads?
He's got a chance. He's got a chance. Oh, unlucky. Scores remain 16-0 here at the Arthur Miller Stadium.
16, Hull Dockers.
Hull Dockers 0. I'll finish it off for Billy.
It's hard when you look upside down, isn't it?
Give you a clue, it's not your waist size.
61. It's not 61, it's 16, mate. Paul's struggling to get the numbers on the scoreboard due to the massive belly on front of him. You might have lost weight, but you still got a massive Ned. Oh, great footwork from Welton.
He's got it all, hasn't he?
He's got it all. He's a full package.
He's got dummies, he's got passing,
Passing, dummy, you name it. You name it, he can do it. If he could kick goals, it'd be... If he had a Yorkshire accent, it'd be complete man, wouldn't he? Unlucky as a Geordie. Good work from Copland again. Gets slammed to the floor by the big number 20, John Eccles. Struggling to see these numbers on Dockers jerseys. Murphy on the short side finds Dean Parker. He shows, looks, dummies. Looks for Vincent on the inside but can't get the ball away. Vincent and acting half. Murphy. Oh, Swelly on the charge in the middle of the park. Can he barge his way through? Looks for the offload. Gets it. Finds Teasdale. In turn finds Adam Ben, who typically shows and goes. Gets brought down after 4 yards. Fifth and last for Stanley. Murphy shaping a kick. Puts a deft little chip over the top into the corner looking for Copland. Finds the winger over on that side, Craig Pickering.
Welton's on fire.
Welton is on fire. Hey? Yeah, it might be Ronnie Pickering's lad, aye. We'll try to avoid that joke, Glenn, to be fair, you pleb. He got flattened, didn't he? And, never mind, eh? Don't take the out away from video being hilarious. But we'll move on. Dockers on the charge of Eccles again. I seem to have only said Eccles his name. He's been involved in a lot of things, to be fair. Play on.
That's given them nothing.
He's given him nothing, to be fair. That should have been back to 1, to be quite honest, shouldn't it? That? Great D from Dean Parker and Niall Murphy. Fifth and last coming up. Punted down the field. Straight down the neck of Jack Smith. Kick there from George Russell. Oh, thought Copy was away then if we could got the ball away. Adam Bennett acting half, waiting to show and go. Ben Selby, first involvement in the game today. Not sure when if he is he getting banned soon?
What time's he going to start whinging?
He'll start whinging soon. His ban will be kicking in next week, I think. Fighting a few weeks back. Not sure who it were against, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, now Murphy, little dart through the line, finds Adam Bennett, in turn finds the captain, Jack Vincent. Great little passenger play from Stanley. Good support. Jack Vincent in at the side of the post for a try for Stanley. Someone's turned me sponsors book over, so I don't know who is sponsored by.
Finally breaking his foot for the season and getting off the building run there. Try scorer for Stanley, number 12, Jack Vincent, sponsored by Olympus Group.
Here we go, ladies and gents, Jack Vincent. First try of the season. Shut door.
You're welcome.
Blows everything around though. Blows beer over. Jack Vincent, incidentally, they're sponsored by Olympus Print Group.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, it's Dockers.
And Lee Miners, well, Lee Miners got there.
Taking the scores to, as you'll see on your screens, 20 points to Stanley, 0 to the Dockers. Think he'll get it, Jack?
Yeah, I think he will.
There you go, you've heard it here first, folks. Jack says he's going to get it, he's going to get it. He's happy because his dad's bought him some Neymar boots.
Neymar, what are you going to do? Roll about on the floor?
He's going to book the trend, Glenn. He's going to book the trend. He's going to get some Neymar boots, start banging goals in left, right and centre. Win Ballon d'Or.
Up his game from last year on his 42.
Successful conversion from Liam Copland.
Successful conversion there by number 2, Liam Copland, sponsored by Fines Alan Zeus. Takes the score to Stanley 22, Hull Dockers 0.
Could be embarrassing this one.
You've got to be on for 5 years, at least.
Get your head out where, Glenn. Glenn, move that big napper of yours.
Deep kick-off, 18 blokes in scoreboard, but I'm still doing everything. Blenders. Exactly, Mick. Exactly. I'm having to do everything.
Exactly.
Multitasking Mick, you may as well do it all now before you die of diabetes.
Bitch, Mick.
No diabetes.
Good carry from Jack Smith. Heavily strapped thigh, carrying a dead leg. Shut up, you gloy. I'm going to throw you out of this window in a minute because you're doing me head in. You've only been here 2 minutes. Nice little short ball. Finds Jermaine Ruin, who's fresh on the field.
Yeah, he's done alright, I knew the shape.
Shut up.
I think I'd have Cowl though.
Adam Ben. Inside Paul finds Phillips. Nice little offload from Phillips. Finds Teasdale, who in turn finds Adam Ben on a little tip on. Teasdale out and half, jumps out on the blind side. Jack Sykes. Nice wide ball out for Liam Copland. Referee and the liner, I think, agreed for pass. Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, forward pass. Yeah, I've just watched it. We're forward.
Shite, get him off.
Mal forward.
Will you call for 1 pointer then, Jordan? Nothing else going on. Mark, you missed the classic. I got a lily there. Yeah, but it's tight too.
Square head.
Incurable. you and Lynn Peel will be on penny bogs in here. Come after a shoot up.
You shoot me, I'll shoot you.
If someone would shoot him.
You don't have to shoot in your car, but one of them's going to really hurt.
Be alright though. Got a spine unlike you. Vertebrae. Great little ball.
Oh, yes, minute.
Good tackle. Good little run there from Mike McGowan. Brought down by Ben Selby. Eccles in again, bringing up the 5th and last on the 40-metre line for the Dockers.
I'll call it now. A Luke Town end brace.
Luke Town embrace, you reckon? Warming up on the sideline, number 14 for Stanley. Deep kick goes dead. Copland's having a dig. Wants to get away with a quick tap.
Goodbye.
Dave's walking straight through the defensive line. So
I'm absolutely fucked.
I need to get off the pitch, you bloody netter. Bless him.
I'm blowing, I am.
I'm so tired. I can't even run anymore. Teasdale off for a rest as well. Luke Townend on the pitch. Joe might have been right. His first involvement on the pitch, and he's run 40 metres from acting half. He's not very big, so as he gets muscled into touch by the fullback Gary King, manages to stay in. Stockdale's back on, looking for a bit of rough and tumble, about bargy.
Good teeth in, very good teeth. He's had a job done in Turkey.
He's had a tooth job done in Turkey. Oh, good little step from Jack Smith. Gets an offload away to Townsend. It finds Ruin. Back to Townsend. Great little play. Townsend has a dig. He gets, yeah, he certainly is. Struggling to get up is Eccles, I think. Blowing a bit, and rightly so. He's been involved in a lot. Oh, great dummy from Stockdale. He fancies himself to get over the line. Fifth and last at Stanley. Murphy out the short side, long ball out, finds Ben Selby, great little pass. Is it forward again? Oh, he's deemed it forward. He's killing us, this referee, with these forward passes. Can't really tell from this angle, Joey. That's why they don't go to the screen for forward passes. My head didn't way as well, and Mick's camera work was slightly slow. Myriad of errors.
Who's been drafted?
Yeah.
Doing his back.
Asharos.
Yes!
Knock on from the number 14 there. Fresh on the field, Travis Smith. Wasn't happy, had to bite his tongue with the referee, to be quite honest. Oh, they've carried on. Penalty to Stanley. Descent in the ranks. All can hear is you two.
Is that Dwight?
No. Ask you. Everyone else can stay except you fucking square-headed loser.
It's just another jogger, isn't it? It's just like jogging. Wants to show off and get him out of it.
Sotheby away from acting half. Ooh. Scores remain 22-0. Here at half a minute. Eccles on the ball, looking for King, running through the line. Couldn't get the ball away. Sotheby finds Pickering, well, Rawlins rather. Old man him there, I think. Number 14, Travis Smith. And hold the Townend's leg. Little kick. To be fair, I didn't looking back at it. Oh. It's 22-0. All right, Paul. We're back. Having a little wet. Oh. Little ball from Russell, finds Gary King. He's wrapped up comfortably by Niall Murphy and Ash Yarrow. Sotheby out to now, finds Russell. Looking for Lewis Hill, finds him. He's trying to barge his way over. Jack Vincent gets into him. It's the first time they've been close. Put a few nice kicks into touch. Slow the play down. Oh, not a bad zero tackle. Free play. Dean puts him into touch, so it's a scrum down. Docker's head and ball. Great position here for Dockers. See if they can come away with something. Nice little step there from Dylan Rawlins. Brought down just in front of the post by Adam Ben. Big number 20. What was that? I can't see his number. I think it's Alistair McLeod. Number 16. Yeah, Russell finds Travis Smith. Been involved in quite a lot of things since he come on as young Travis Smith. Should have been acting half. Options both sides of him. King on the left goes behind Eccles. Bit of a ropey one. Finds Dylan Rawlins. He dances his way, gets slammed to the ground by Ash Yarrow. Should have been short side shot. Russell finds a second row over there on that side. Dave Palmer in turn finds Robbie Smith. This little dink through, looking for it. Do they get it down? I think he has. Referee's giving it. Not sure what he's given there.
Have a look.
I do. Is it? He's given a try, lads. Let's have a little watch of it back.
Just having a look now. It's
Winger over on that side, number 5, Craig Pickering.
Pickering, Tom.
Pickering.
4 probably. It'll be at Stuart's side.
Where are you putting, come on?
Mummy, no, just my turn.
No, he's giving it to Stuart. So put down.
Don't want you to fall
Try score there for Hull Dockers. Number 5, Craig Pickering.
Nice little kick through. Not sure who kicked it through. I think it was George Russell. Not far from about 5 minutes. About 5 minutes left. Shoot. Nice little kick through from George Russell. Looking for the winger. Finds him. Dots it down just before the dead ball line. Great effort. Great effort. No. Missed conversion.
Unsuccessful conversion there takes the score to Stanley 22, Hull Dockers 4.
Is it start of a revival? I can't even say it. Is it start of a revival, Paul? Do you think?
Nope.
Nope. Great comments, Paul. Great comments. Thank you. About 34 what? Minutes? Yeah, roughly.
It's about 35 minutes scored it.
High kick-off. Looking for the full second row. Lewis Hill finds him. Does well. Beats the first defender, then gets brought down. Eventually by Dean Parker and Ben Selby. John Ledger taking the ball away from McTonarf. He gets slammed to the ground again by Ben Selby.
Gone angry as Selby now.
Selby's got his anger on.
Here we go. Penalty machine's going to start.
Sotheby looking for the big man out there. Alistair McLeod finds him. He's brought down on the halfway, loses the ball. Referee's deemed a penalty. I think the lino on the far side give it as a rip. So he's ripped the ball out. It is. You're not wrong, Paul. Tide is turning on penalties. Stanley's indiscipline is starting to creep in. Getting a bit complacent, maybe. Bit tired, bit of tiredness creeping in, leading up to the first half. Whistle. Great player, great little player, looking for Russell out the back. Nudges Martinell Murphy onto the deck. Not sure who that ends up with the ball, but gets Russell again. Oh, no, it's Hill. Oh, unlucky. Knock on there from George Russell. Unfortunate. Yeah. Possibly a try gone begging there if Russell had kept his hands on it and got the ball away to the winger on this side, Mike McGowan. Rufus. Welcome, Matt. Townend at Acton half finds Jack Smith, who's looking for a bit of work. Takes him load off the forwards. We're tiring coming up to the second half, coming up to the half-time break. Welton, Yarrow in support. He's took some stopping as well. He's been playing well. Townsend finds Murphy. Yarrow on the inside, taking a few flies off. Dean Parker going down the short side. Good fend brought down by Russell. Vincent finds Murphy. Short ball to Yarrow. Yarrow is changing his pace into the line. Pokes his nose through, but gets finally brought down by the big man John Eccles. Fifth and last tackle. Finds Jones. Jones looking for shaping a kick. Looks for Adam Bent. Drops it onto his foot. Don't bother putting his foot there. So just technically just drops it on the floor. Or a knob?
What he was trying to do with there, to be honest.
Prat. Little chip over the top.
Kick it back, kick it back.
Finds Copland. Is it nearly half time? Yeah. We've got into added time on our clock. Copland's having a dig. Oh, he's got through. Oh, great little step. Does he get away from Hill? He does. Lewis Hill takes him to ground, but he gets him, manages to recover his feet. Referee's not blowing up just yet. Murphy out to half to Stockdale. Stockdale are barraging, running to the middle of the field under the sticks. Runs well. First time I've seen him play this season, he goes well. High ball. Oh, Adam Ben gets dumped. Smashed into the floor. I'm not sure that number who that number is. I think it's a number 3 over there, Robbie Smith.
Yeah. Throwing it about the Dockers now.
Oh, shocking pass out there from Luke Townsend. Short ball out from Ben. Finds Welton. Finds Murphy. Murphy wide out to Ben Smith. Ben Smith. Ben Smith. Sorry.
Forward pass.
Dean Parker. Oh, did he?
Yeah, Power Runner went through and took him out.
Yeah, bloody hell.
Power Runner went through and took someone out.
Jack Vincent. Their player dived on floor like Neymar, to be fair.
He had already gone, to be honest.
Jack Vincent brushed into him and threw himself on the floor like a dying swan. Hill, good carry from Hill, good shoulder contact from Dean Parker. Now Murphy in there also. He's hurt himself.
He needs a shit box.
Holding his lower back / butt cheek.
Matt found his spine.
Has he? Has actually found it? He slipped down a bit on it, but on its way out of his ass.
3 foot coccyx.
Jack Sykes even rather warming up on the sideline. On he goes into the centre. Looks to be of a slight limp, does Sykes as well. Nursing a dead leg he was due before the game, he says.
Broken fingernail.
Got a dead leg of Sykes.
Yeah. From scrapping last night.
No, last week I think. The Thursday night rather. Training incident. McLeod carrying the ball in strong. He's done well since he come on as McLeod. Taking some good carries in. Him and the big man Eccles. In fact, I've probably been doing Chris Liff a bad service here because there's 2 number 16s on this team sheet. So it's probably Chris Liff that I've been calling as Alistair McLeod. So apologies, Chris. Played at by Carl McGuigan, kick through. Dockers shaping up. 3 minutes into stoppages.
Means nothing, as Wednesday night showed us.
Not sure where he's got a stoppages time from. He hasn't really stopped clock. But unless he's been stopping it for every kick-off and every goal.
Yeah, he's supposed to give 30 seconds out.
I've no idea. I've no idea, Michael.
30 seconds.
Good date. Well out of the scrum with Stanley. Get the defensive shape sorted out. Gary King having a dig on his own. He's wrapped up by Jack Vincent. Not happy with the attentions round his head, isn't the referee? Didn't seem to be too much arguments from Gary King. He'll take that all day long. Eccles banging the ball in.
Disciplined still.
He's got a Mickey Mouse clock.
Not sure what this referee's moaning at. He's having a word with the Stanley captain, Jack Vincent. Not sure. They've put him on the floor and he's blown a penalty. Not sure what that is. That's Yarrow. He's going over. He's barging his way through. Does he find it? Nope. Not sure who it was. I think it was the big man Chris Liff that I've been doing a disservice to all the game. few choice words coming from the field. Effing and jeffing. Don't condone that kind of language on this channel. Nice little kick through, finds Luke Townsend. Not sure, I think this referee thinks we're playing football in 45 minutes. Stoppages as well. Looking at his watch, seeing if it's still working. I think Mickey Mouse has stopped turning around on his watch. Yeah, we've got 45 on here as well. Good carry from Carl McGuigan coming in, taking a bit of work off the forwards, where he usually is. Townend finds Murphy, inside ball to Harry Stockdale. Fends off Lewis Hill, finds Murphy again, looking on the outside, looking for Jack Sykes, who's got a dead leg. Jack Sykes finds in, but is into Dylan Rawlins, who wraps up the loose ball from Stanningley. Referee looking at his clock, lets another tackle go. I think he's going to blow up this time. Shaping up, no, he's not going to bother. He's playing on again.
He's got the time wrong. He's got the time wrong. If it was a game where it's proper tight and he does that at the end, it can be different between that's
game away on Wednesday night. Shawcross and Stanley. Referee played 6.5 minutes extra time.
There's been no injuries.
No, played 6.5 minutes injury time on Wednesday night for the Shawcross game. Stanley deservedly were behind. And then Scott scored in the last minute to win the game.
Snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
Correct. Snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, and then we brought the ball back. I can't believe we're still playing. There we go. Half time here at Stanley.
7 minutes of injury time. He's having a giraffe.
7 minutes of injury time. He's having a laugh. He's having a laugh. Top of the league. So, ladies and gents, first half peppered with penalties.
20, 22.
22-4.
Peppered with penalties that first half. 22-4. Sounded looked like they were going to run away with it early on. Credit to Dockers, who kept on fighting. I think the scoreboard towards the end of the second half, at the end of the first half, scoreboard doesn't really reflect the game, to be honest. Couple of tries. Dockers have been in Stanley half, putting a lot of pressure on.
We've had two.
Last, 2 tries disallowed for Stanley even. So we'll leave it with you, ladies and gents, and we will. Well, we'll see you in the second half.
Why don't you both go wide for 40 minutes?
That's fine. We're not as dumb as we look anymore.
Knock kids out, Chip.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. Stiff dart back from the bar, that. Gee whiz. What away. Second half here at the Arthur Miller Stadium. Stanley 22, Hull Dockers 4. Apologies for my puffing and panting.
You've been for a wank?
I've been to the bar and back. That is it. Gee whiz.
Knock on given.
Knock on given. Scrum down, Stanley head and feed. Have a little look, play back. It's a bit behind. Give it a minute or two. That's that way so I can see it. It's alright. Not that far though. Back there. Just start winding up. Mick will be back with us in about 3 weeks. Come on. Get the scrum down, get the scrum formed. So, ladies and gents, I wonder how long we're going to play this half. Stanley out the back of the scrum, finds Jack Smith. Ash Yarrow taking the ball in strong. He's met forcefully by the number, is that number 15, is that Paul? Can you see that? I can't see that. Number 10?
No, that's half 10.
That's half 10.
15, they're 15.
They're number 15, yeah. Ben Smith with a Y. Fresh on the pitch, is he? He's a big lad.
Some early points on board. Knock that bit of steam out of Dockers.
Yeah, we do need to do that. Get a few points if you're a Stanley man. Get a few points early on. Take the sting out of the old Dockers. I think the rest at half time has done them a bit of a favour, to be quite honest. A few of their big blokes blowing a little bit. Could do with a breather. Gone for crossing again of the Dockers, shouting for it. Referee's not having it and took anybody out. Adam Bennett acting half, finds Josh Jones. Looking inside for Welton, finds Niall Murphy out the back instead. On to Jack Vincent over on the far side, on the Ben Air Services side of the field. Ben Air Services, incidentally, a long-term sponsor of the club. Nice little dart down the right-hand side. Lovely little ball, finds Jack Sykes. Try time. Exactly what we wanted from a Stanley perspective. Scores early doors in the second half. Excuse me.
High scorer there for Stanningley, number 11, Jack Sykes.
Jack Sykes, responsible for promotion into Division 2, would you say, Paul?
Hero.
Absolute hero. Didn't score the try, but set the play up for young Tom Kent, former captain who's missed most of this season with a badly broken leg. We missed him dearly, I think, in the pack at a few stages. We've had good replacements in the frame of Harry Stockdale, Ash Yarrow, Steve Welton, who's had a good season also, Dave Phillips. So we're a bit spelting forwards, to be quite honest.
They wanted to try and change it to next week, but our lads, because it's only a free week, they've made plans. But why only tell us now when they must have known? There's some sort of do, but they don't use it. No one just drops a do on you, that's last minute.
Copland shaping up for the conversion. Paul on the Twitter tang. Follow us at STD_network. Also, questions, comments, like and subscribe on YouTube. Stanley Television Digital. I think comments are enabled as well. Successful conversion.
Number 2, Liam Copland, sponsored by Fines Alan Zeus, takes the score to Stanley 28, Hull Dockers 4. Do if you knock a man's beer over.
28-4 in Stanley's favour here at the Arthur Miller Stadium.
What do we need?
Hull Dockers struggling a little bit with the lack of a substitute as well. Only 16 players made the journey over. High kick off by the number 9 Sudderby, finds Niall Murphy. Dave Phillips on the charge, he only knows one direction. Smashes into the line. Paul's messing about with the camera again.
Trying to do scores, do camera.
Oh, it's a tough life, mate. It's a tough life.
You just stand there with
You do less at work, don't you?
Yeah.
You do less at work. Sat at home watching Netflix, Defiant Ones.
Did the entire season.
Adam Ben finds Copland on this near side, steps inside the winger. Craig Pickering, try scorer from earlier. He's brought down 45 metres out. Jones looks inside for Jermaine Ruan, finds Dave Phillips. He's brought down just over the 40. Fourth tackle. Oh, loose carry. Loose carry. Adam Ben appealing to the linesman for a rip ball. If you can't keep hold of it, you don't deserve it, do you?
That's correct.
So.
If you've got the ball all the time, there's a good chance you're going to win.
Correct. If they don't score, they don't win.
If we get more points than them, we'll beat them.
Yeah, it's pretty nailed on that. Gary King chiming into the line from the base of the scrum. Coming and done a bit of work as Gary King. Sudderby finds Lewis Hill over on the far side. He's brought down by second row, who's now playing in the centre in place of Dean Parker. Jack Sykes, try scorer. Chris Lith, knock on. There's been a few little cheeky ones like that, hasn't there? It's been a bit stop-start, hasn't it, from both sides as well? Not just
fatigue.
Yeah, fatigue maybe. Late on the season, 5 after today, 5 fixtures remaining. Stanley away for the next 3 weeks, plus Challenge Cup, plus a free week. Bit of broken up, need to stay on the game if they're going to remain at the top and go up as champions, if that's what they want to do. Which obviously Saddleworth, Driglington, Unstlet Warriors, Askham away, which will be always a tough one. Last game at season.
So we've got 3 away games, 1 home and an away.
As far as I'm aware, yeah.
We've got 1 more home game left.
Yeah, 1 more home game, Unstlet Warriors. Nice ball out, finds Jack Vincent. He's brought down 38 metres out. Mick's finally returned. It's now 2019. Oh, well picked up from King. Going into the line, he's ragged to the floor by Jack Sykes. Gets up quicker, stands on him as well. Don't know what he's trying to do. I think he was trying to carry on running when he was tackled. Got a bit excited then, didn't he, I think? A bit giddy. Calm down, our kid. Ben Smith.
What are you doing?
Chris Lift taking the ball in on the far side. Busts the line this time. No knock on from him this time, but breaks the line, makes a good 12 metres. Bringing up the Stanley 40. Stanley, good fend. Get off me, Ben Selby, says. Another good fend from Lewis Hill. Having a dig down this left-hand side, our old Dockers. Craig Pickering screaming for it on this wing on the near side. Dave Palmer taking the ball in on a good line, gets brought down just 28 metres out. Gary King hands it on to Robbie Smith, he's having a little dig. Gets turned over by Carl McGuigan, 5th and last. Nice little kick through from Rawlins, looking for him, kick for him, Sen really. Manages to get Stanley in goal, good little kick. Good, well down onto the ball, Jermaine Ruan.
I smell that.
Fat away, smell brown sauce and chips from 40 metres away.
Sense of smell is high.
Gary King taking the ball in from the dropout. Just all I can smell is carbs. That's it.
You smell Bourneville and Rye
I can't smell Bourneville and Rye Vitas. Can't smell salad, but I can smell a kebab from 2 miles away. Great little play. from the Dockers. Sudbury acting half finds Eccles. Eccles trying to barrage his way over Stanley. Must be loose carries these, because as soon as they're getting their hand on the ball, it's coming away on both sides as well. Keep hold of the bleeding ball, he's probably scored then as well. He's having another dig, is Eccles, big man, trying to barge his way over. Jermaine Rowan gets underneath him, great tackle. Great tackle. Jack Smith in there as well.
Oh, big lads there, won't there?
Clash of the Titans.
Stonage getting thrown down there.
Yeah, it's getting some hammer at its pitch today with weight on it.
Got numbers here.
Ben Smith having a dig on that far side.
It's only a matter of time. But yeah, I know what you're saying, they don't.
Inside ball finds Eccles. He's having a go.
No decent moves getting put on.
There's no one running it, there's no forwards banging on balls.
Russell throws a big dummy as a dig.
That's all they can do, because there were nowhere for him now.
No runners. Sudbury, he has a go. Dummy and goes himself. Fifth and last. No options for the Dockers. Lacking support. Russell puts a kick in across. Looking for the winger. Ben Selby takes it, diffuses a bombing goal. Under good pressure from Lewis Hill.
Set to go here. Why not? You got back. The referee got back. The referee got back.
Why are we waiting for him to tap it to blow your whistle, you bell end?
Yeah, you dog's wand.
As long as he's back, he's allowed to play. Doesn't matter what their fair players are or not. Referee, we're back to
Aaron Bent, first tackle, makes a good 10 metres. Copland at acting half, gets away from the markers. He moves away from the attentions of the big number 15, Ben Smith. Teasdale back on the field. Very, very slow play the ball. Struggling to get up the big man. John Eccles must be a bit tired.
Hey, little fat boy! Come on, Bob! Get into him!
Dave Palmer in there as well. Very
Best place for him. Best place for you. Well. Tasty these fans today.
Jermaine Rowan gets a ball meted out. Tries to poke his nose through. He's fighting his way through. 4 Dockers jerseys on him. Knock on from Stanley. Unlucky.
Will you clock off, you clown?
Shout out to our resident fat boy, Matty Brook, tuning in all the way from the sunny Isle of Minorca.
That's all he does.
Anti-Gen sorted you out of a good cushy holiday, Brookie lad. You little brat.
But no, it's quite hard and complicated to building up. It's all coding and stuff, like web design. I can do it.
Back to game. 16, Chris Liff having a dig. Pushing her through on that side.
Game's boring now.
It is. I'm struggling for words.
Oh, they would do. Probably the sheep, you know.
Fifth and last coming up here. Rollins is in there. He's going to kick it out of acting half his Sudbury. Not a bad kick under the circumstances.
Baba game.
Just make it be patient.
We do. Patience is a virtue.
If it finishes like this, it finishes like this.
No, we should have been racking up scores now to get that points difference.
I think East Leeds might just
Crossfields
played same as us now, mate.
Crossfields.
They've caught up with their games. Now their points difference is 1-5.
East Leeds was 40.
Great little step from Adam Ben. Look at his little. He's taking 14 steps over everybody else's 2.
Yeah, Banco, 8 points to claim from a possible 10.
Old Dockers player injured at the back. Penalty to Stanley for holding on. Trying to get a bit of a play. Professional foul, slowing the ball down. Robbie Smith for number 3. Being shown a yellow card.
It's Crossfield Banco.
You let your kids down. And you've let your teammates down.
Yeah, I think Crossfield's kind of.
If they win both the games, there's still 2 behind them.
Yeah.
We can only be. Even if Dewsbury win their game, they're going to be 2 behind.
Everyone's waiting for us to slip up.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's not the last game of the season where we have to go asking. We need to be.
Yeah, but I've looked it up.
Professional foul
to me, yeah. He's broke through there, you can't slow him down. We're on.
He dropped through, there's a throw on there, he's got another 20-30 metres. Slow the game down on purpose, so it's a professional foul, isn't it? Regardless of whether you're near the line or not, it's a professional foul, isn't it?
This for me.
Shut up, Steve-O.
Steve-O, where's bald head?
Might talk shit, but I ain't got a ball then yet. Looks quite bad.
That's the game there.
You just like fucking about with stuff, you don't you?
Yeah. Going into it, that's the game.
Yeah, they're playing midweek.
Prattling.
Which then, if you look,
He's alright now, see. As soon as I put that on, he's got up. Good to see Craig Pickering is up on his feet. Don't look like a good one, but at least he's up on his feet and walking about. Shoulder injury by the looks.
yeah, Banco, Crossfields
Dewsbury going to go to doctors as well.
Crossfields are away to Dewsbury midweek next week.
Yeah, because Dewsbury wouldn't change fixture, they've done dirty on him, to be fair.
Crossfields are still going to go Askham as well.
Good deal. Some tough games then for everyone, to be fair.
So it's got best running.
Yeah.
Still tough games though. For clock off, we're going to get beat, aren't we?
We've got West Ball Saddleworth and Drigg away.
All capable of beating us.
And Askham away.
All capable of beating us. Stockdale only off the tap. Referee's assessor wasn't happy with the yellow card.
Glassing.
Teasdale at the back finds Jones, finds now Murphy, shows and goes, just gets caught on his ankle by Sudderby. Good tackle in the end.
With a professional foul.
Yeah, he says he wasn't near the line.
It doesn't fucking matter, does it?
Well, apparently it does. Took on it away. Great run from Jermaine Ruin, burrowing his way over near the line. Murphy with a nice wide ball finds Jack Sykes trying to get his way over the line. Has he got the ball down? I think he has. Referee's awarded it. Great try from Jack Sykes. A brace from the hero, carrying a dead leg as well. Another injury to the Old Dockers by the looks. Referee pointing over to the Old Dockers bench.
Scored his second try of the afternoon there, number 11, Jack Sykes.
So it's 28.
28-4.
32-4.
What? It's 32 now with a kick to come, so I definitely need a 3. Maybe a 4. 2 or a 4, depending if he kicks it.
Whoa! Whoa! Floor's not really reinforced, kids. We'll kick this.
Jermaine Ruin coming off for a breather. Well going on. Good stint from Jermaine. Caused a bit of trouble near the line. A couple of occasions. Good and strong. Jermaine Ruin, incidentally sponsored by Gold Trader. Gold Trader. For Mick, who's got earphones on but still can't hear me. Chance, chance. Unsuccessful conversion.
Takes the score to Stanley 32, Hull Dockers 4.
Still playing well on one leg. They miss it then. See, we were just on Sunday, wasn't it? You went that canal, weren't you? Night time. I had a phone call like that. I went just upstairs when the phone call was in.
Just what Stanley needed, to be honest. Relieve a little bit of pressure. Dockers have been laying it on. Oh, good carry from Ash Yarrow. Get off, mate. Great carry. 30 metres, 35 metres. Great, 38 metres. Great carry from the kickoff from Ash Yarrow. Good leg drive. A powerful man. Another one, Welton, taking the ball in strong. Turning away from his Lee Crooks mould from earlier on, throwing dummies, throwing passes out. Adam Ben throws a dummy. Oh, he's let it go. He's let it go. Carl McGuigan finds Adam Ben back on the inside. Is he going to finish it? I think he is. Can his little legs carry him all the way to the line? They do. Adam Ben, he's got tackled over the line, but he's managed to get the ball down. Did you see the speed of his tiny little legs? Carrying him over the line. Great work from Stanley, great football. Nice work from the centre on this side, Carl McGuigan. Beats his opposite man, turns the ball back inside to Adam Ben, who streaks away with his legs at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Cracking little try for Stanley. 36-4. With a kick to come, bang in front. Should be a formality for Copland, this. A kicker of his calibre. How was the journey over from Wakey today, Pascal?
Average. Are you doing
Average
scores,
at best? It will be, won't it, when you go live over in places like that? Cheap property for a reason, Chio. Successful conversion from Liam Copland.
Successful conversion there by number 2, Liam Copland, sponsored by Fines Island 2. Takes the score to Stanley 38.
Them dogs must be dead.
4.
Them two are, but bigger picture, bigger picture nowadays, isn't it? Though.
Tom Bell's doing Dermot O'Leary out of a job there.
Was that kid?
Presenting lawyers.
I know, busy today. Youthies have brought chips as well. Don't come near me with them chips, Jack, you'll lose them. Seen how fat I am? Got diabetes and that. I need carbs and tomato sauce to stay alive. High kick-off, looking for Luke Townend. Bounce, shocking bounce. Jumped in the air, just pretty much bumped into him. Kind of pulled out of it, did Jack Smith. Couldn't. No, he just bumped into him, didn't he? Unfortunate for Stanley. Oh, what? Crikey, penalty. John Eccles having a barge through. Can he get the ball over the line? It deserves a try, to be fair. He's put some graft in. He's had to do. He's took some ball. Oh, great little ball. Tidy little pass that from the Dockers. Put the score over the line. I think so. I'll double check. I think it was a number 11, Dave Palmer. Great little ball. I think it was a little pass from Rawlins.
Number 11, David Palmer.
It was Dave Palmer taking the scores to 38-8.
Not a game show, Dolly. What game?
Make it score look a bit more presentable.
Yeah, 38-8 with a kick to come, bang in front. Should put this over. Sotheby with a kick attempt to come.
Shut up, Matty. Boring cunt.
Where is it?
Successful conversion from the number 9, Dan Sotheby.
Successful conversion there by number 9, Dan Sotheby. Takes the score to Stanley 38, Hunters 10.
A couple of tries from the Stan would be appreciated here, Scott. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so, mate. I think this scoreline's making them look better than what they are at the minute. So we'll see.
Well, they've been pretty poor. They've struggled with numbers, struggled with substitutions as now Murphy gets us back underway. Big man John Eccles gets us
Taking some work.
taking some work in. He's had to do. Score is 38-10, Stuart. Gary King taking the ball away from the acting half. He's brought down by the big Stanley big man, Harry Stockdale. Teasdale in there as well.
Niall Murphy, that one.
But now Murphy as well. My bad. One of them. I've got a black and white shirt on.
They were all white people.
Were they? Oh, Harris were in there as well, wasn't he? Guys aren't that bad. I got them tested this morning. Didn't say oh, great little step from John Eccles, yeah. Two drives a set, regular.
Good player.
Good engine for a big man. Fails to find touch. Good work from Ben Selby, ducking out of the way and finding a little pass of Jack Smith. Great turning defence into attack there, Stanley. Great little offload from Ben Selby to find Jack Smith. Adam Benning at acting half finds Copland on this near side. He in turn looks for McGuigan, doesn't find him. Gets slammed to the ground instead by Pickering. Ronnie's lad. Welton finds Yarrow. Nice little tip on from Welton. Thinks he's Lee Crooks, doesn't he?
That's what you need from a forward.
Townsend at acting half. Looking for Murphy. Murphy wide ball out, finds try scorer Jack Sykes. Looking for the top try scorer Ben Selby. Ben Selby finds a touch line.
Obviously.
Some of the dinosaurs watching aren't happy with him running near touch line.
Get me sitting down, Bob. It's always funny, Bob, folks, I thought. So get me sitting down, Bob.
Dinosaurs, the coffin dodgers.
You're in trouble.
You've got to come out of that. Drop it up.
Fucking hell, central eating shops, they need on heat. Never you mind, you keep your heart out, you. Oh, you stick your heart in, bastard.
Why have you farted?
Your husband?
Old Duffer's kicking off side at scoreboard. Oh, great defence there from Stanley. Steve Welton in again.
Kind of our push Gansons.
It's Luke Townsend again, the small guy.
Yes.
Getting stuck into the try scorer. 13, Chris Hoffman there, I think. Running the ball and meeting traffic in the shape of Ash Yarrow.
He's done alright, that fat kid.
He has his.
Yeah, he's done alright.
Very well
He's
said.
run his foot too wet. That Ginner's played alright as well. Is that 20 on that Ginner, isn't it?
Time off injury.
The fucked up lads.
Is it him? Good tackle there from Harris Stockdale and Niall Murphy.
Filled it on a bit.
Oh, nice.
Oh, great little pass. Oh, he's put his foot in touch as a winger, Craig. Mike McGowan.
You know when you pitched in that thing, we get to south. Sorry, fellas, but you get
Good little player.
And he'll launch it over me.
Don't get him wet.
You've gone all over Sharpie.
Don't get it wet. Don't get it wet, you know what I mean?
got a good laugh, haven't
Who said you could come back in?
Chip just said.
It's caused trouble, yo.
Choke
Chip just said Banco's asked you for.
I'll choke you on this microphone if you're not careful. You are.
No, it's.
You'll be kicking off at Mars Bad outside at the York.
Kick up in me.
Away from Acton half by Copland. Adam Ben steps inside, gets the ball away loosely to McGuigan. Oh, I keep wanting to say Maguire, yeah.
Cam McGregor.
Cam McGuigan.
What are you big silly?
Stockdale with a good carry looking for an offload. He doesn't find it. 3 Dockers in there looking to drag him down, don't manage it. Not happy with the attentions from the big number 16, Chris Lith. He doesn't get set again, does Stockdale, looking for the ball again. It goes well, it's strong. Townsend, Jones, Murphy. Wide ball out to Teasdale. Teasdale looking for the centre on that side. Finds Ben Selby instead. Ben Selby strips the winger on the outside. Mike McGowan runs directly round him and dots the ball straight under the post. Cracking little try from Ben Selby. Shows his pace. Taking the scores to Stanley 42, Dockers 10. Nice little play. 3 passes out, finds Teasdale, misses the centre out, finds Ben Selby, strips the centre.
Been signed by somebody.
Try scorer there for Stanningley. Number 5, Ben Selby, sponsored by Farsley Roofing. He's up there.
There we go, Ben Selby, sponsored by Farsley Roofing.
He's top try scorer, Selby.
No, he's not.
In league.
Not in league, in club.
In league.
Oh.
One behind, I think.
What, now, as well?
In our league. Well, don't know.
Coupling with a kick. Bang in front.
Behind, yeah, there's someone from.
Nowhere.
We've got 8 minutes left.
Roughly 8 minutes left.
What's he on about?
Successful conversion there to Liam Copland, sponsored by Fines Island Zeus. Takes the score to Stanley 44, Hull Dockers 10.
Sorry, mate, I can't get round. It's a bit busy.
Yeah, it's great when you can see score.
Sure it'd be piss cunt.
I wish I was.
You must be.
They can hear that, but they can't hear that.
Billy Liar. Got full length, Jack. I'm only joking, Jack. I'm only joking.
Why is it still on pitch? Your legs fucked. No, it won't game. Just put a fucking foul. Anyone on?
Kick
Jack,
floor,
what are you
mate.
doing?
Kick floor.
He said, Jack! Jack! Jack!
I bet that helped his dead leg one day.
It's a lad from Old Dock.
And I couldn't move round.
Oh, God, he even said, no, I'll do it. He said, no, I'll do it. Copy come up to take ball over and no, I'll do it. A lad from Old Dockers that's top.
Knocking him off.
Is it Juff from these lots?
What's his name? Craig Cook. You know Cookie?
Did you play him? Did you play today's
No,
Joe?
not even on team sheet. He might be on team sheet, not on this one.
Another.
Might as well. Got no else to do, have I?
Copy's
Oh my God.
points. Is it out full conferences? Oh, out of our league. Sorry. He's not foul, dude. I don't think we got another then, if we could. He's just scored now, hasn't he? So he's on 15. Yeah. It depends. He hasn't scored, has it? Depends on what. Is that Dewsbury more and that's Crossfield, isn't it? I reckon Newcomber's got a brace, mate, there.
Back on it. Don't know what I've missed. Been for a comfort break.
Jack Sykes went to keep the touch.
Oh, great little
Dockers are only in.
couple of hands there. Finds McGowan over on the far side.
Craig Cook hasn't scored, has he?
No, it's not.
He's top scorer for the Dockers.
He's not even on here.
So that'll be a big join now, 15 tries each. Is that it?
Nice little passage of play from Dockers. Quick hands for the number 4, John Ledger. Finds his winger over on that side, McGowan.
Are we going 14 or are we going 16?
44.
Hull Dockers number 2, Mike McGowan.
For his,
No way, you just made that up.
looking at his kicking record from today.
Go well there.
No idea.
They've brought a crowd, haven't they, Dockers?
I can't wait for Aston to good kick, lad. He missed it. Isn't it? He kicked it. He missed that, didn't he? He kicked it.
I didn't shoot, did he?
He kicked it. The flags.
He missed it.
He put his flag up.
Version there by number 9,
So
Dan
once they put his flag
Sutton.
up,
Takes the score to Stanley 44, Hull Dockers 16.
And we kicked that, didn't he, Billy? He missed it. Apologise. I thought he missed it.
No, because they were zoomed in too far, so I didn't see it either.
Zooming out too far, you mean?
They were zoomed in too far, so I couldn't see referee or flags.
What's that egg shoe?
Stu, man that way.
Let's go. I know that I looked at were waving his flag like that.
Well done, coach.
Smith on the far side, taking the ball in. He's brought down by Stockdale, Ashyarrow,
Can I do some commentary?
and now Murphy. No.
Let Jack kick to touch.
You can't compare us that for English.
It's a fine line. Samson, bumps one off. Bumps one over. Jack. Not bad one.
Jack.
Sit on.
And then Ben finds Jack, is that Jack Smith?
Selby.
Ben Selby, can't see because of Glenn's fucking massive head.
I'll tell you who it is.
I'll swear when he's in.
Come on, Jones, have a go.
Yeah, oh, Welton finds Jonesy finds Welton out on this side, looking for an offload. Can he find it? No.
Can we get a score?
Leg drive.
I've been told it's 16.
Why did you pin ears back then and go for it?
Ask Belly.
Go, Jammer. Props in centres for. Get a fatty. Get an egg.
Jonesy finds Adam Ben. Looking for Niall Murphy. Inside finds Ashyarrow. He's trying to barge his way through. Nice little turn up. Finds Jack Smith. Stockdale out wide. Looks forward from here. She's giving it as the Lions woman. Good decision as well, to be fair.
44, 16, 70, 78, bang on.
The fine line.
It's a fine line.
Fine line. Look at the Parkers. Oh man, safety goggles on. The edge.
Alright then, put the Birkenstock then.
Birk is on.
Looks like an 80 pound card in them, doesn't it?
Hey, Banco's it'll be the comfiest shoe you'll ever wear, lad.
Oh, don't need that.
Oh.
Afternoon, think electrical. Hey up, Dad, you alright?
Hi, Dad. Yeah, I'm behaving myself. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
Still swinging.
Yeah, we've actually changed premises during that time, and that guy no longer works for us. What do you want? No, I've seen him today, so he might come tomorrow, but...
Eccles taking the ball and he's met by Stockdale. I met by Metcalf in my fucking ear, whittling on.
Come on there. Are you streaming games?
Fuck off our way.
I'm up here with Steve-O and Eddie.
Sorry, Steve.
We talk miles more shit than Eddie and Steve-O. Kick through from Sotheby, looking for Ben Selby. Pony kick, wasn't it that?
Nothing kick.
Kick through like that, you end up drunk on a roundabout, according to Jamie Jones, Buchanan.
Pissed up in a gutter.
Pissed up in a gutter.
What's that? So yeah, pissed up in a gutter.
Huh?
What?
Townsend finds Adam Ben, wide pass out to Copland's got some pace as Coppy. Can he find his way through? He has. He's got support from McGuigan. Does he need it? I think he does. He's thrown the ball away. Manages to get the offload away to McGuigan, but the referee's deemed it forward, and I think he's right.
Brilliant, that, to be
A great little offload, to be fair, but it was forward.
If anyone else did that, that'd have been brilliant.
Unfortunately, it was forward pass.
This is all the job, Brett. I'm trying to work for NFPCC.
I've been forward in the third gear.
Turn it off, mate. Can't. Turn it off.
That's fucking see what we see. See what we see. See what we see, mate. See what we see.
Alright then, I'm not gonna. Just apologise for stuff.
Go from down at Crown and Anchor.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
I'm watching this show and shit anymore after this.
Straight after this, yeah.
Got band me. Two seats in.
3 seats in mine.
Oh, what's on down at Cam?
I've got 3 seats.
Not
you.
I don't want to go with you, you prick.
Conveniently, you weren't invited, you slob.
It's a public house, I can go if I want.
It's alright, I've just done it out.
It's a bit overcast, Stu. Not many beer gardens are good at minute time.
We've done it all out.
Oh, yeah, you get next to Canal on that.
Yeah, horse flies in that. Eccles taking the ball in. Bumps one off, bumps two off.
Yeah, he's been their best player by far. And
Seen him two labs down there.
He was a fat codhead.
and he's injured.
That's not Zala and Zeus.
Oh, there's no stand over. Hey, oh!
Could have sorted a lot of shit out.
Why are they trying to kick the touch? They're getting spanked.
Slow kick, slows the game down, runs the time off.
Stu, I don't think they've come to win, mate, if I'm honest with you.
Damage limitation.
They ain't come to
Right,
knuckle
kick.
either. They look to think.
80 minutes. To be fair, Stu, not going to
They've only got one fan and it's
drag a 30-point deficit back, are they, in injury time?
I would.
So might as well just blast kick into touch and get
Sympathise
it
with them, can't
get it over and done with.
Damage limitation.
we? We can sympathise, we've been there fucking many years.
I've never been on the receiving end of this.
No, but you've been cause of it a few times. You drip.
Yeah, and then every line in Normandy. Battling on the beaches.
Let me tell you.
Under someone else's name.
Oh, super!
Oh, great little play from Liam Copland. Off he goes, beats the attention from Gary King. Beats him for pace. Under the sticks he goes.
I love that from 14. Never give up.
Stretching the scores out. 48-16 with a kick to come. What?
Fucking missed it again.
Stanley, number 2.
What do you mean you missed it again? You've got one fucking job. You've got one job.
No, his head wouldn't work.
So it score, mate.
What have you come as you M. Night Shyamalan?
You've
Stanley.
been on that Yale again.
They were obviously
It's not a Tarantino special.
If you're going to be on that Yale, you can bugger off.
Make that your last drink that today.
We got it.
To be honest, it was on. You got it.
Just.
No, this hasn't even been on it.
Do you want me to ask him to do it again?
Don't carry on, Sean McGill, mate. I'll pull his fucking kilt straight over here.
So, put your tampon back in and start fucking whinging.
I'll just went like that to see what numbers I need.
You aren't even on the screen, he's just
Joe,
having a little bitch fit
You
in it.
don't come down often. Just don't come down and start pissing regulars off.
Fix the tampon up and put it back in.
Successful conversion at line number 2, Liam Copland, sponsored by Fine Silence Zeus.
That brings up the 50.
Hull Dockers 16. Thank you very much for your support, ladies and gentlemen. Today's attendance, 10,900.
I can only get to fucking 40, guys.
Enjoy a beer in the bar. Thank you very much.
That brings the scores up. Final score: 50 points to Stanley, 16 points to Hull Dockers.
Is that League One? Is that
League?
It's got.
No, we've got a few games to win before we. What are you doing?
Well, they just passed it up.
Thank you. Thanks for your attendance today, ladies and gents. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.